Welcome everyone, welcome back, and welcome for the first time if you're just making it here live for the first time. We're really excited to raise our awareness up to our Sahasrara center. We'll, as we did yesterday, I'll just run through what we did yesterday. We awakened our Kundalini and got our meditation started by our self-realization. And then we had a video of Sri Mataji showing us a description of all the chakras, and then we had another meditation. So we'll follow pretty much the same format today. So we will go through together the affirmations to awaken our Mother Nature energy that's residing at the base of the spine, and we will raise our awareness up to the energy center above our brain, which is the 1,000-petaled and 1,000-nerve center of the limbic area of the brain. So we'll try and go up there and leave our thoughts of the future and the past behind, and go into the present moment, and just try and experience more of that silence and connection with Mother Nature all around us. So we might again have a look at the chart, which is like the blueprint of what we're doing here today. We had a look at this yesterday, but let's have another look at it today. Bear with me for a moment while I get that slide up for you, and we'll just briefly run through that. If anyone has any questions at any time, feel free to put that in the chat. We will unmute video at the end so we can just catch up and answer any questions there. But of course, as you go along, put any comments in the chat, and we'll definitely answer you a little bit later on. So let me share this slide with you. So this slide here, excuse my pictures here, which are, make it a little bit bigger. So this is our subtle energy center, the blueprint really of what we're doing here and what we've done so far. So this is our stages of our evolution, you could say. So we've got 3 channels there that we function in each day, each moment of our life. We're either in the past, which is that blue line there, our emotional side of our nature, or the past. We've got the yellow line there, which is our futuristic action side of our nature. And we're pretty much jumping between the both of those, so that any action we take is as a result of what we're desiring from the left side there. So this is all in our spinal cord. And right in the very center of us is the present moment. And that's the channel of our evolution. And right at the very bottom of that is a bone called the sacrum bone. And interestingly, it's called the sacrum bone because it's something sacred. And in that is a coiled up energy, which is our energy of Mother Nature. Or if you were to use the Sanskrit term, it is called Kundalini. And we all have that. And the exciting thing is that us together, we can ask that energy to awaken. And when that energy awakens, it's our mothering energy. She'll bring all of our energy centers or our chakras into balance, into the center, and she'll rise up automatically, connect us with our spirit that's just there in our heart, watching everything we do. Connect us with our spirit, take us up through the central channel, through that Agya center there where the ego and the superego cross over, making a little gap there and taking us above our thinking brain into connection at that top energy center. And that's where our meditation, our true meditation, is going to happen. Now, this will happen just in the split of a second. As soon as you have that desire, our mothering energy just awakens and wants to take us up to our spirit and connect us with the all-pervading energy up at the 7th energy center there. So that's where we went yesterday. That's where we'll go again today. So we went through with the founder of Sahaja Yoga, Srimataji Nirmala Devi, whose photograph you can see there behind me and also in the various slides. She introduced us to how to do this. And the wonderful thing about it is, once you can do it, you can show someone else how to do it. And what happens is you start to feel the meditation, and it's a vibrational thing that you can feel. And you start to feel the condition of all of your energy centers, those chakras there that are responsible for everything in your life, right down to the physical organs that are around those energy centers. You start to feel that. And when you're up in that 7th energy center and connected to that all-pervading energy that makes us grow, that makes everything grow, that is actually in charge of everything, but we wrongly or rightly think that everything in our brain is what's happening. There's actually more happening. And when we're connected to that energy, we get a bit of silence from our brain. And this is where all of the inspiration and the joyfulness about life comes to us. And then slowly, slowly, as we do more and more meditation in silence, we come into more balance. So anything that's not working out in our life, or any illness or sickness, it's all because of these energy centers are not in balance, and we've gone too far in the past or too far in the future, and we're squeezing the life out of ourselves. So anyway, that's enough chat for me for the moment. So how we awaken this energy and get into that state of thoughtlessness where we feel the meditation, so we're not doing it, but we're being in it and feeling it, is that we take our attention inside, and there's various affirmations that we'll make at each of those energy centers. So I will show you the slide of what we will be doing. So here we have our hands starting from 1 going up to 7. We'll be putting our right hand, the right hand of action, on our left side on our heart. We'll take the hand down. We'll probably put 2 movements in there between 1 and 2. There'll be 2A and 2B. So we'll take our hand then to the top of our stomach, to the bottom of our stomach where our hip joins our leg. We'll then come back up to our stomach. We'll come back up to our heart. We'll go to our energy center at the neck, and in particular, we'll be clearing this center by not feeling guilty about anything. We'll go up to our forehead, and we'll rest the palm of our forehead in the palm of our hand, and we'll forgive everyone there. Then ultimately, we'll strengthen our self-realization if we've already asked this question. Otherwise, if it's your first time asking this question, you will be asking for your self-realization. So that's an interesting term, self-realization, because it is actually what it means. We're realizing what our actual self is. So if all this energy is around us every minute, we are actually that energy. And if that energy is at the base of our spine and we're awakening it, we are developing our awareness to becoming a spiritual person connected with the energy that's all around us. So we're becoming more spiritual. So that's how we're enlightening our awareness. And from that state, we will correct ourselves automatically by spending time in silence connected each day. So it's a daily thing. And then we find that we transform. So that's why it's part of our evolutionary process, because we're taking our attention to the next stage of our evolution, which is to become a spiritual person and to enjoy ourselves. So what's not to like about that? So if anyone has any questions, like I mentioned before, please pop a question in the chat and we can definitely address those questions right now. Otherwise, what I'll do is stop sharing this slide. So you see we're going to work on our left side with our right hand. So now that's just in case you can't see me doing that. That's what we'll be doing. And in any event, we will close our eyes while we do that so that we can feel that experience more strongly. Right, I'm back with you. I'll sit back a little bit just so you can see where my hands are going in case you get lost a bit. You certainly can open your eyes. So we will just take our attention inside, closing our eyes. Just be aware of your breath going in and out. So this is all about yourself, your experience. So let's take our right hand and pop it on our heart on the left-hand side. Your other hand is open, so you're wanting to receive this experience. So your spirit, your Kundalini, your mothering energy is very alert and very attuned to you. It will be so joyous for you to make her acquaintance and ask her to rise. So even no matter how many times you do this, it always feels really good. So you can never do it too many times. So you're just feeling your heart there as your breath comes in and out. So you're just allowing the breath to slow. So we're just going to ask the question, to our higher self, to our spiritual self, who am I? Who is this I? Now that right hand just slips down underneath your rib cage. So it's the top part of your stomach on the left-hand side. Very important question here. Am I my own master? Am I master of my own self? Am I my own guru? It's a very interesting question. Who we're listening to, who we're taking advice from. But not to feel guilty about anything, because today is a new day. Now we go down to the hip area. So just you're pushing your fingers into the joint between the leg and the body, still on the left-hand side. And this is the center where our pure knowledge being the knowledge of our spirit and our spiritual ascent, our pure desire, which is to be identified with our spirit, to evolve. So we're going to ask our mothering energy, that mother energy of Mother Nature residing in our sacrum bone, which is just above the first energy center, supported by our first energy center, which is the center of our innocence and our wisdom. So we're going to ask our mother energy, Mother Nature, Sanskrit word being Mother Kundalini, please give me the pure knowledge of myself.
Mother Kundalini, please rise. Really desiring from your heart that your own mothering energy rises more and more. So the first time you ask her, a few strands will come loose. Mother Kundalini, please rise. Please give me the pure desire and the pure knowledge of my true self. Now as she rises, we'll just clear the passage by making the affirmations, which are the answers to those questions we're asking. I am my own master. I have all that knowledge. I have the pure desire. So I am my own master. I am my own guru. I will see what's right for me. I am my own master. And we're coming up to the heart. I am a pure spirit. I'm not this body. I'm not this mind. I'm not the emotions. I'm not the plans for the future. But I am the pure spirit. I am the spirit. You can feel your heart just opens when you say that. I am the spirit. Now let's clear the way up at the neck. So on this left-hand side is where we store a lot of guilt, because we really want to be good people. We think that everything we've done is wrong, so we feel guilty about it. It's not. We're the pure spirit. And once we know about it, we'll do the right thing. So we just need to clear this by saying we're not guilty. Mother Kundalini, I'm not guilty. I'm not guilty. Just say it quite a number of times to yourself. Just by saying that, it just clears it. I'm not guilty. Great. Now let's come up to the brain center. So you're going to rest your forehead in the palm of your hand. So you're leaning your head, dropping it a bit into the palm. So you're supporting the forehead, squeezing a little bit with your thumb and your fingers either side at the temples. And here you just need to forgive. So just saying to yourself, I forgive everyone and I forgive myself. I forgive everyone and I forgive myself. Just let everything go. Doesn't matter what anyone's done to us. You let it go and it goes back to them wherever it came from. I forgive. Just lightens the load. I forgive. And it's very important, I forgive myself. I forgive. And let's just take it from behind. So you should just tilt your head up. And again, with your palm, you're holding on to the back of your head. And here we'll just say to that mothering energy, to the energy all around, Mother, if I've made any mistakes that I know about or I don't know about, please forgive me. Please forgive me if I've made any mistakes, knowingly or unknowingly. And let's come up to the center of our head, keeping our head in a neutral position. Just stretch your palm out, stretching the fingers, holding the back, and take the very center of the top of your palm onto the very center of the top of your head. So that's the fontanelle bone area. So you're just pushing it down with the center of the palm. And you can move the scalp around in a clockwise direction, if you can imagine that. Just massaging that area and asking for your self-realization. If you've already done this process before, you're asking for your self-realization to be strengthened. Mother, please strengthen my self-realization. Mother, please give me my self-realization. That's what will give you access to that seventh energy center, the Sahasrara, the 1,000 nerves, the 1,000 petals. Really desiring from your heart to strengthen your self-realization, to have your self-realization and connection. And now let's just, raising the hand up a little bit, you may feel that energy coming out from the fontanelle area, fontanelle being a fountain. So you should be feeling that. If you've done this quite a few times before, you'll feel that flow of energy. Those vibrations are palpable and feelable. And you can try with the other hand, left hand, just bring it a little close, and then just taking it up a fraction. And keeping your attention up there above your head. Bring both hands open on your lap. Just try to feel that flow. Just seeing what's happening on top of your head with your attention. Any thoughts coming or disturbance, you can just say, not this thought. Just try to feel that flowing feeling on top of your head. The silence between the thoughts. So I'll share the music again for a couple of minutes. And it's as though you're listening to the music through the top of your head. Just see if you can feel that feeling. We'll just give it a try just now for a little while. A little sudden stop there, but just slowly open your eyes. I will show you the sequence, which some of you may know that we will do quite a bit, which is the affirmations we've just done, we'll do with our hands now. Once you've done the affirmations first time, doesn't hurt to do them again, but then we have the short form for when you meditate tonight before sleeping or tomorrow morning. It's good to do these collective meditations, but also you want to spend some time with yourself doing a meditation as well. It doesn't take very long, but let's go through that sequence. So it's raising up your left hand with the right hand winding it around. So we'll start down at your knees. So your hands are resting on your knees. Right hand winds around. So this movement. So it's coming under, forward, and over the top. We go right up to the 7th energy center, and we're expressing our desire to keep our attention up there as much as possible. So that's one time. We're doing it 3 times, once for each energy center. So let's go again. Second time, all the way up, tie 2 knots. And third time, it literally works your hands. You start feeling those vibrations. You'll feel the difference when you do this. 3 knots now for the 3rd channel. So now you keep checking. You'll start to feel those vibrations on your hands as well. As within yourself, you should feel a kind of relaxing feeling as well. So now we protect ourselves. So this is the second part of our sequence. So with our right hand of action, again, it's always the right hand does the action. The left hand is the desire side. So starting from the left side, we're putting a rainbow over our entire subtle system. So we're protecting ourselves with those vibrations that are now coming out of your hands. So trust yourself. You do have the vibrations as soon as you get that connection. But as more and more strands of the Kundalini energy rise up each time you meditate, that feeling is stronger as you go along. So the more time you can put in to do it. But it's not a lot of time. So I think we've done 7 times over and back, once for each of your chakras, your energy centers. So it's 3 times the bandha, the raising your Kundalini, and 7 times over and back. And that's your sequence for starting your meditation. Then when you're feeling the vibrations, keeping your attention up on the Sahasrara, you can meditate for however long you feel silence. And then finish off by doing the same thing. So it's not a lot of time you have to commit to doing it, but the reward is stronger vibrations and more joy. So the second part of our session, we'll try to consolidate that feeling, and each day we'll focus on one of our energy centers. Today we wanted to focus on the first energy center, the Muladhara Chakra, it is called, but that's the center that supports your whole energy system. So I mentioned as we were doing the realization that the Kundalini rests in that sacrum bone, which is between the first center, the Muladhara, and the second center, where your energy is rising from. And the Muladhara Chakra, being the one of innocence and wisdom, that supports the whole show. So that your own support is your innocence. Now, it's a concept that you might think, oh, who's innocent these days? Well, it's never lost. So the moment you try to identify with your innocence is your childlike qualities. So who doesn't love a child? So that is still within us. So it's the moment we put attention to that, I'm still sharing. At the moment we put attention to that, we're awakening it again. So it's as simple as that. What I'll do is play a short video excerpt from a talk of Sri Mataji, the lady in the photograph, who is the founder of this spontaneous meditation yoga. So she's done many talks about our whole subtle system and this process of spiritual evolution. And we've got one on the Muladhara Center. So we'll let her do the talking, and we'll have our second meditation, which will be balancing ourselves and trying to deepen that feeling. And without too much more of me talking, let me share that video with you. It's only short, it's about 4.5 minutes, I think, and then we'll go into our deepening meditation. So bear with me for a moment. Just find the right page for you, and here we are. I'll just rewiden this screen a bit.
But as Kundalini rises, on every center, you start getting the light of that center. At the first center, you get back your innocence. Your eyes become innocent. Your behavior becomes innocent. You are not filled with lust and greed. You don't look at things with lust and greed, but you look at things with innocence, which is a very big thing that people have lost, and that you get back. And such a person develops many qualities. One of them is that such a person is full of fragrance. Such a person has a tremendous gravity. Tremendous gravity. And such a person has tremendous dynamism, and attraction is a bad word, so I don't want to use it, but magnetic. His magnet is awakened within him. This is the center of your magnet, of the earth. Such a person develops a tremendous sense of roads, and sense of direction. You place him anywhere, he will know where to go, like birds. You place birds anywhere, they know which side is north, south, east, west. In the same way, you also develop your lost innocence and your magnet within you, by which you have proper direction. But the highest of all, you develop the proper direction to wisdom, which is the wise thing to do. You just don't do stupid things. You just don't do. Even if you ever try to do it, you will not do it, because you know it is so stupid. Just you don't do it. I mean, it is so simple to be wise than to be stupid. Because if you have to be stupid, you have to go out of the way to be stupid and idiotic. But if you want to be normal and wise, is the easiest thing to do. But what people do is to do things that would make them more and more stupid, nonsensical. Because also some people told me they do it, the reason being they think they have a nuisance value. Like in London now we have one funny stuff going on, they call it what? Punk rock. You see, it's the funny stuff. Now, poor things, they don't know what they are doing. And I think only value of that punk rock system is this, that they try to sort of make a nuisance out of them so that people feel attracted towards them, or sort of a significance out of them. But when you become a realized soul, you realize your significance because you understand you are part and parcel of the whole, and that your significance is to give realization to others. The highest of highest. That's what you have to do. Now you are a saint. And that's how the whole attitude of cheapishness, of outward shallowness finishes, and you become a serene, dignified personality. This is not possible through any sermon, any lecture. It is only possible when the Kundalini rises, you become like a very dignified child. Very dignified child. I have seen one beautiful painting done of Mother Mary being taught first time. If you see her as a child, she's a very dignified personality. As a child, she's about 10 years of age. I have seen my own grandchildren who are not very old, but extremely dignified. They walk like kings, behave like kings. In every behavior, you find there's such a dignity. They'll never do something shallow. They never ask for anything. They never weep for anything. They never cry for anything. They're so dignified and they understand it so well what is dignity is. I don't have to tell them because they're born realized. In the same way, you become that. Nobody has to tell you that do this or do that. But you understand that you must have self-respect. This happens to you automatically. This is actualization. Nobody has to tell you that you'll be dignified, you just become. I have seen people who were absolutely absurd. Even from this punk rock, we got some people. And they were so changed that people could not recognize them. But one thing bad has happened with this punk rock, that they put some sort of dye in their head, and since then their eyes became very weak. Because these dyes, I think, make the optic lobe covered with some sort of a color, and you can't see properly, and the eyes became very weak. And it took some time for us to remove the effect of those dyes from their head. We go headlong. What's wrong? There's nothing wrong in this world if it is a stupid fool. But for a wise man, there are very many things which are absolutely wrong, and there are very many things which are absolutely correct. So you develop your wisdom by this first center.
Right, so let's not be stupid fools. No. So let's go into our next meditation. What I'll show you is the slide of what we're going to do, just so you know. We'll do a balancing technique. And I've just got a simple slide which will make it easier for you to see. Yeah, we have got that one. So we're going to balance our left and right side. So if you were here yesterday, we did do this yesterday, but I didn't show you the slide. So, there we go. So we'll be placing our right hand down towards the earth and the other hand on your lap. And then for doing the right side, that was the left side, we'll place the right hand on our lap and the left hand will have your palm facing towards the reverse. So it's not very difficult. Let me just stop sharing that. So let's just to practice our raising of our Kundalini again, with our left hand raising up, right hand winds around. Let's see if we can get that feeling happening. Feel the difference once you've done this. So one time raising, second time, 2 knots up at the Sahasrara, third time, so your attention's on that left hand, and 3 knots. And now we protect ourselves from any negative vibrations that might come our way by taking our hand in a rainbow over our body, over our whole subtle system, 7 times. So that must be about 3. 5. 2 more, 6. And 7. And both hands in your lap. So see if you can feel your attention up on top of your head and in the palms of your hand. So the top of your head, the hands, every chakra is represented in your hands. And we will move on to that as we go through the 7 days. This Muladhara, the first energy center, is on the palms. So any sensation of heat or cool or tingling that you feel on those palms of your hand, that's your Muladhara Chakra. So the indication is from your Kundalini, just to put some attention on that energy center. So that, of course, the Muladhara center is where you're seated. So that's the excretory functions of your body. And that is the center of your innocence and your support of your whole system. So let's just start by putting both hands towards the earth. And we're just asking Mother Earth, please absorb any negativity, any overuse, any heat, any imbalance from my whole subtle system. Please support my meditation. You might just feel a rush of vibrations or heat coming out of your two hands into the earth. So let's just bring that right hand back on our lap. Leave the left one down towards the earth. So we're asking Mother Nature, please absorb any imbalance, any darkness from my left side, any impure desire. So just remember, it's not you, anything that's leaving, because you are the spirit. So any impure desire we see, just let them go, because it's not us. So this left side, it actually starts from below the Kundalini, from the Muladhara Chakra. So we're clearing that. We're clearing the whole left side from the first energy center up to the right-hand side of our head. So these channels don't go up to our sahasrara, they just balloon into our sixth energy center, the agya, the brain center. So that's why we want to clear them, clear the left side, so that it's not pressing on our brain center. It's stopping the Kundalini from rising through the central channel. So let's do the right channel now. So the left hand is on your lap. The right hand stays on your lap and the left hand bends at the elbow. So we're funneling any heat from the right hand, the whole right side, out through the left hand into the atmosphere. So we're asking Mother Nature, as the atmosphere, the environment, please absorb any overactivity from the futuristic action side of my nature. Please absorb any heat from my right side. And just let it go. All the planning. Let the shopping list go. So your attention is going on the top of your head while this is happening. And then both hands down, open on your lap. And just with your right hand from the central channel, just raise up your Kundalini. So from just above the Muladhara center, raising your Kundalini up from the middle of your two hips up to the seventh center. Again, with your right hand, you're raising up your energy. If you pay attention to where that hand is, you can literally feel the energy raising up. And again, just touching on the sahasrara, that seventh energy center. It might feel a little warm, but that's good, it's clearing. Ultimately, you'll feel it cool. So the goal for these 7 days is to get to the seventh day and feel that cool very strongly, more strongly. So you're feeling the state of your being. And that cool will come out of the top of your head. It may be further away or it may be closer. So keeping your attention up there where the Kundalini, the Mother Nature energy is flowing. 2 hands open on your lap. Not this thought. Not this thought. Just dispatch the thoughts for later. Not this thought. Bring your attention back. Feeling that breeze on top of your head, in the palms of your hands. Even asking Mother Nature from your heart, let me feel cool breeze, the silence. Let me have my thoughtless awareness. Your Mother Energy really wants to take you there. Just ask her, Mother, please let me feel the silence and the cool above my brain. Not this thought. Taking your attention higher, higher still, above your head. Really desiring from your heart. And then in our heart, just thanking our Mother Nature energy for taking us higher than we've been. And slowly open our eyes. And let's just finish our meditation by again raising our Kundalini with our left hand, right hand winding round, tying that knot. And again, 2 knots. 3rd time, 3 knots. And let's protect ourselves the rest of our day. Those vibrations over our aura. A few more. Let me just see. Feels stronger. Feeling stronger. Thank you, everyone.
I feel good. It's wonderful.
Feel free to unmute. If you want to put your email in the chat box, if I don't already have it, please feel free and we'll keep in contact.
Thank you so much, Lynn.
Thank you for joining. Thank you. Very nice. So I hope to see you all again. We'll be here 12 o'clock every day. So it's our midday here in Canberra, but some of you are not in Canberra, so it'll be interesting to hear where you are. Thank you, Amy. Again, any questions or anything you want to share, feel free to unmute. Hi, Madhu. Thank you. Thanks for joining. Hi, Angie. Angie, hi.
Hey, Lynn, how are you?
Good. How are you? So nice to see you. How did you go?
Good, thank you. Good, thank you. It's nice to meet you too.
Yeah, you too. So nice. We've been corresponding by email, WhatsApp, but first time being together physically. This is very nice.
Yeah, I know. Thank you for the invitation. I'm enjoying it.
Excellent, excellent. So I hope you can carry on. And if this is a good time for you, we'll look forward to seeing you again tomorrow.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, thank you.
Wonderful. So thanks, everyone. And I guess we'll put on the slide now to remind you for tomorrow. Yes, Amy, if you put your email in the chat here. Otherwise, I've got my information I can share with you. Let me do that. You can either put it in the chat or I've got a slide here with my numbers on it. It's kind of a bit out of date. At least my mobile and email is there. So Amy, if you want to, you can just send it to me there. Or anyone else, if you want to keep in contact, we'll, some of you are on the WhatsApp group, that's the Belconnen one, but we've also got the Guide Meditation WhatsApp group. And of course, this slide is our sessions we're having 12 o'clock every day over the next 3 weeks. So we will carry on with tomorrow. We'll do the next lot of chakras. So we'll probably have a bundle of chakras tomorrow, but by the 7th day, we'll get to the Sahasrara Chakra. And thank you all for joining. I guess we'll call it a day. Sorry, I'm just reading. Yep, so that's great. Feel free to put your email in the chat now. Otherwise, we'll see you all tomorrow. Bye for now. Bye.